everybody. As you can see, I am not in my normal filming space today, and that is because I am going to be attempting to fix this head of hair. I'm gonna go ahead and try and show you where we're starting, just because I mentioned in one of my more recent videos that I did my own hair and some of it kind of looks bad. So I want to show you where we're starting. This is where I normally part my hair. I just kind of flip it over and part it here. So on this side, we have some awkward spots, but for the most part it looks okay. If you flip it over this way, you can see that the roots look really funny and really strange, and the highlights just didn't go all the way through my hair whatsoever. And then if you part it in the middle, this is what I was talking to you guys about. The top of my head looks like a tortoiseshell cat, so that's really cool. So we're gonna try and fix this. I have a game plan, and this might go epically bad, so we're gonna really hope that it doesn't. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not a professional. I think I told you guys in another one of my videos that I do work at Sally's, so I bought what I would probably recommend to people who are trying to do this, but I'm gonna let you know right now. If you come in and you come to me for hair color, I'm gonna send you to a different coworker because half the time I don't know what I'm talking about. So if you come for skincare concerns or makeup concerns, or you're looking for a good shampoo, I got you. But if you're coming in for hair color, which is what most of our sales are, and somebody else is working, I'm gonna send you to that other person that's working. And most people appreciate that because most of the time, I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. Okay, so my game plan is I'm only gonna do this top portion of my hair because the bottom section I'm relatively okay with, and for the most part it's covered up anyways, so I only really need the top to look good. And I did this with a tipping cap, and that's why it looks bad, so we're gonna try and do it with foils today. I have foil that I got from the dollar store because we're in the middle of a pandemic and there's a dollar store right up the street, so why not? And then everything else I got from Sally's. So the bleach that I'm using is the Ion Bright White Cream Bleach with 30 volume developer. And then once I have all of that done, I'm gonna tone that with the Wella toners. I have T11 and T27, and I'm gonna mix that with a 20 volume developer while my hair is wet, hopefully, so that'll dilute that a little bit. And then once that's rinsed out, I'm gonna dye it so that it might kind of look uniform-ish. And so this is the Wella 6in. It's like the dark blonde. Anything above a 5 is technically classified as a blonde, but that's more of just a neutral medium brown. So hopefully this goes well. I'm gonna go ahead and section off my hair, and then I will be right back. So I'm back, and I look crazy, but I did part my hair in the middle, and I have this bottom part sectioned off in a bun back here. Like I said, I do normally part my hair to one side or the other, but for some reason, when I'm coloring it or bleaching it or anything, parting it in the middle just works the best for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and start over here with this little section, work my way through this side, work my way through this side, and then let it sit for a little while. Okay, so I've mixed up my bleach and developer in this bowl. I have my gloves on, I have a ridiculous amount of tinfoil sitting in front of me, and we're gonna get started. So I've taken out one little section, and I'm taking a pintail comb and just going up and down through this section, and then taking the parts that I went up with, and that is what I'm gonna highlight. And hopefully this does not turn disastrous very quickly. So I'm taking this piece of foil, putting it right up against my head, and I'm gonna also try and avoid my roots for the most part, because those are the parts that got really light really fast last time. I might give up with this brush eventually. It might happen. Okay, and then we're just gonna fold that and hope that nothing disastrous is happening inside of it. Oh my god, this is already messy. But I'm going to do that over this whole side of my head and then the other whole side of my head. And I will tell you when I'm done. Okay, so one side of my head is completely done. I'm not gonna lie, I gave up on putting the foil on before the bleach. And so what I ended up doing is I just took my hands and like put the bleach on and then put the foil on over it. And they're placed very sporadically. Also, I already took this one out. I just sprayed it out with my mister bottle. But I'm gonna let this sit and kind of check in on them and then rinse these ones out before doing the other side of my head, just because I feel like that's the safest option right now. And then I'll go ahead and do this side of my head, wash that all out, and figure it out from there. Okay, so the foils are in on this side, and I have officially sprayed out as much of the bleach as I could on this side. And I don't know how well you're gonna see it on camera, but my hair pulls really red. And that's something that I was already aware of. So some of the foils took really well and they lightened a lot. Some of them didn't lighten at all. So I think I'm okay with that, because just looking at it, it already looks more even. But once these ones are done processing, I'm gonna rinse my hair really, really well, and then we'll tone it. Okay, you guys, so I sprayed out the bleach on both sides with my mister, and here's what happened. So I don't know if you guys are gonna see it, but on this side, most of the strands lifted pretty well, and on this side, like 2 of the strands lifted. So I haven't rinsed it yet, and what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like freehand place a couple more strands on this side, which might be really dangerous, but I'm gonna do it anyways, and then I'll rinse it and then I'll tone it, because otherwise we're gonna have a lot more highlights on one side than the other, and it's just gonna look really weird. Okay, so I just rinsed all of the bleach out of my hair. I have not washed it yet, and I'm sure that you guys can't really tell that well because my hair is so wet and since the base layer is so dark, but it did lift a lot. I still have a lot of unevenness there on the top, so hopefully we can still fix that. I don't think we'll be able to though, but I'm gonna go ahead and tone it. So I've mixed together the Wella T11, the Wella T27, and a 20 volume developer. And so I have that all in my little mixing bowl here, and I'm gonna section off my hair, put that all over my head, let it sit for about 25 minutes, and then I will get back to you guys. Okay, so all of the toners in my hair, like I said, I'm gonna let it set for about 25 minutes, but I did want to show you guys, like I said, it's still really uneven up here, but it's already helping to take down a lot of the red tones that I was dealing with. So hopefully when this rinses out, those will be like a neutral to cool blonde that I can dye over to make look a little bit more uniform. Okay, so I finally rinsed that toner out, and it did most of what I wanted it to do. As you can probably see, we are still very uneven. Some of my hair is like white, some of it's a dark brown. There are a couple strands that are still red-ish, but not really. And then the rest of my hair is just my base shade. So what I'm gonna do now is I've mixed together the 20 volume developer again with a permanent dye, and this is in the shade 6in. It's just a level 6, which is like the darkest blonde or like a light brown, kind of like what I have going on right here. I would say is roughly a level 6. So I'm gonna put that on, and hopefully it'll make this more even, and then that's gonna sit for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then I'll rinse that out and you guys will see the final results. While I'm doing this, quick side note, I need to know if anyone is watching The Walking Dead. It's like super random, but I am watching it for the second time and I need to put gloves on. But I'm watching it for the second time, and can I just say, the way that they introduce characters and the character development is so good. So I have a feeling that it's going to be a show that I will just rewatch over and over and over again, because I like completely forgot about it for a while, and now that I'm watching it again, it's so freaking good. Anyways, I'm going to finish putting this on and then rinse it off, and I will show you guys what we end up with. Okay, you guys, I am excited. So I rinsed out that dye, and all that's happening right now is I have Olaplex in my hair, so I'm gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes as well, and then wash that out. Wash my hair with the purple shampoo that I use for maintenance, and then deep condition it, and you guys will actually see the final result once it's dried. But I am telling you guys right now, it already looks so much better than it did when I started, and I didn't expect it to go this well, so I'm really happy with the decisions that I've made today, and I'm really happy that I didn't make half my hair fall out, because that happens when I take normal showers, and somehow it doesn't happen when I bleach it, which is very strange to me, but I will be back in a second so that you guys can see the final result. Okay, you guys, so my hair is dry, and this is the finished result. First of all, yes, I did change shirts. The other one got hair dye all over it, and it was annoying the crap out of me. I have shirts that I like rotate through when I dye my hair, so that's why this one has like pink, purple, brown, red, bunch of weird colors on it. It's because that's all the colors that my hair has been. But anyways, this is the finished result, and I realized that I just spent like 4 hours in this bathroom making my hair look essentially the same, but I'm honestly really, really happy with it. So the highlights definitely got slightly darker than they were. Like, some of my hair was white when I started this, and so all of them look close to the same color, which is what I was going for. And as you guys can see, the weird striping that was on this side when I first started is pretty much gone. This, like I said, is how I would normally part my hair, and I really like how everything is looking there. When I part it on this side, you can see that there's still some parts that are pretty uneven, but I rarely part my hair on this side, so I'm not very worried about it. And then the big difference you guys are gonna see is when I part it in the middle. So when I started, the top of my head from a middle part was like super uneven, patches of weird color. There was some of my hair that was turning white, and I think that I got all of it to look a lot more decent than it did when I started. So definitely could have gone a lot better had I done it professionally, but also I'm really not upset with how it turned out, and I'm also not upset with the fact that I didn't lose as much hair as I thought I would, because normally when I do something like this, a lot of my hair falls out. So I'm really surprised that most of my hair stayed on my head. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is kind of a pointless video, but I thought it would be fun to make. If Brad Mondo ever watches this, he'd probably have a stroke. Anyways, if you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you would like to see my last video, you can go ahead and watch that right over here, or subscribe to my channel right over there, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!